Manchester is a city with rich musical heritage and has been for many years. From the Manchester and Hacienda days, through the Chemical Brothers to the present days of Warehouse Project and festivals like Park Live.
It's the charge that you're a fascist. What? Your band, Joy Division, named after a group of women captured by the SS for the purpose of breeding perfect Aryans. Isn't that sick?
Have you never heard of situationism or postmodernism?
You need to talk to me here!
Do you know nothing about the free play of signs and signifiers? Yes, we've got a band called Joy Division. We've also got a band called Jeruti Column. I'm sure I don't need to point out the irony there.
For the next 5 minutes, let me take you on a journey through the club scene of a major clubbing destination, the city that shaped British music and that inspired people to dream, to live and to love. Welcome to Manchester, or Madchester as some would say. The story begins in 1982. The opening of the Hacienda nightclub, an initiative of Factory Records led by Tony Wilson, was influential in the development of popular culture in Manchester. For the first few years of its life, the club played predominantly club-oriented pop music and hosted gigs from artists including New Order, Cabaret Voltaire, Culture Club, the Thompson Twins and the Smiths. It had DJs such as Hugh Clark and Greg Wilson and switched focus from being a live venue to being a dance club by 1986. In 1987 the Hacienda started playing house music, with DJs Mike Pickering and Graham Park headlining the venue. By 1989, Manchester was a popular scene known across the country. Bands like the Stone Roses or Happy Mondays featured in the UK charts with their singles thanks to the Hacienda success.
True that Hacienda is closing down?
Yes, it is.
And how does it feel now that it's up in your face?
Glorious. Glorious. The Hacienda is dead.
While a great musical culture came out of Hacienda, it received a lot of bad press too, due to the drug abuse, particularly ecstasy. Violent incidents at the Hacienda led to a campaign against it by Greater Manchester Police and contributed to its closure in 1997. However, the legacy of Tony Wilson and Hacienda still lives on. In 2005, Voodoo Ray, by one of the DJs of Hacienda, a guy called Gerald, was voted as the best song from the Manchester scene. Ryan Flood, a local resident.
Can't really comment on the drug abuse in the past, but it's present nowadays. There's always somebody in or around the club selling or offering you drugs, but talking to people, that's just how it's been over the years in Manchester.
However, the council has been working around this issue for many years. Carl Rydings, councillor for Manchester City Council.
Drugs have been a major problem in the past. These days, we've got more police on the streets and better stop and search powers. Door staff and the council work closely with police to monitor drug dealers within Manchester city centre. Manchester had their own superstar DJs, the Chemical Brothers. Their story began at University of Manchester in 1995. Ed Simmons and Tom Rowlands met each other in halls and shared love for psychedelic music, and soon after they started to produce music as the Dust Brothers. In 1997 they switched the name officially to Chemical Brothers and worked on the first album. By 2007 the Chems had 6 studio albums, 2 UK number ones, and 5 of their albums reached number 1 in the UK album charts. Oh, and not to mention numerous headline appearances at the world's biggest festival, Glastonbury. With the popularity growth of dance music worldwide and the expansion of student areas around Manchester, the club scene is beyond what anyone could have imagined back in 1989. As Manchester is an influential part of that culture, this development had a direct effect on the improvement of the club scene in the city. From 2006, Warehouse Project now host parties each weekend, from September to December, with stars like Richie Houghton, Above and Beyond, Duke Dumont, Jason Status and more playing the bill this year. The other renowned club, Sankey's, also host regular parties with world's best DJs such as Steve Lawler, Darius Syrossian and Sasha, amongst others. They also host nights for popular Manchester promoters such as Drop the Mustard. For many years, Manchester has been an influence to the clubbing scene. However, only now can Manchester fully live in the legacy of the past and be an example to the scene for the future.